Hey, happy Monday, everyone. Good to be back talking to you. Hopefully, everyone had a great weekend here in Northern Virginia. We had a little warmer weather, so I enjoyed that. I think it's going to be a little rainy, a little cooler for the first few days of this week. But hey, every day is a blessing. So, I'm going to take it as it comes. Hopefully this weekend everyone was able to take care of body, mind, and spirit and get some relaxation in and really be able to recharge and re-energize and get ready for this week. I did not share many videos last week. I shared the Mother's Day video, the tribute to my mom, and talked about her being the leadership example that she is. But a lot of the week I spent just kind of reflecting and reading and just taking in, observing. Sometimes you just need to step back and just kind of observe what's going on around you and of course feed yourself. And so I did a lot of that last week, and one of the things I took part in was a mentoring brown bag that we do at the organization that I work for. And this mentoring program, great program. One of the things, we take John Maxwell's book, Developing the Leader Within You 2.0, and we kind of break that down, and we have these virtual brown bags where we talk about each chapter. And the chapter we talked about last week had to deal with character. And so, great discussions, and you're digging into the book and, talking about character and what makes up character. And it caused me to reflect back to, the Mother's Day video that I did, and where I talked about my mom, and I talked about the four traits or qualities, if you want to call them, that I think, each great leader must have, and that she definitely has displayed throughout her life. And I talked about integrity, communication. I talked about empathy, and I talked about courage. And so to me, when you look at those qualities that my mom possesses, to me, it makes her a person of good character. When I look at character, and I went in and looked for the definition, one of the definitions I found said character is the moral and mental qualities that are distinctive to an individual. It's basically what makes you you. And I think each of us want to strive to be people who are people of good character. I think we want people to look at us and to see, the life that we display and our actions and how we treat others, and to say, that's a person of good character. But that doesn't just come naturally. And one thing that I think we've seen throughout this time, especially when you hit a storm, especially when you hit some troubled waters, when you hit times like this, it really displays the type of character that you have. And I think we've all seen examples of that, throughout TV, social media, wherever you want to say. I think we each have people that we can look at and say, hey, they displayed really good character, integrity, courage, those things throughout this difficult time. And then, there are people who displayed bad, character during this time, and blame and finger pointing and all those other things. And so, I think when we look at that and we say, okay, well, what separates? How do I become a person of good character? What are the things that I need to do? And I will tell you, for me, there are two things. If anybody asks me, hey, how do you develop good character? How do you head down that path? I think there's two things that you have to do. One is self-reflection. And self-reflection is tough. It's tough to look at yourself in the mirror and be honest, especially when things aren't going the way that they should, especially when that there are some things that you've been doing. There are some qualities that you have. There are things that you need to change, that that's not the way I should be doing that, or that's not the way I should be thinking about that, or that's not, the direction that I should be taking my team or taking my family. I'm not displaying courage. I'm not displaying empathy. I'm not doing these things. And to tell yourself you're not doing it, and then try to get on the path to fix it. Self-reflection is not an easy thing, because for many of us, we don't want to see the bad in us, or the things that we need to correct, because it can really tear at you sometimes when you have to look in the mirror and say, you know what, I'm not doing right in this situation. I'm not being the person that I know I'm called to be. I'm not doing the things that I need to do. But I will tell you, and from personal experience, it is one of the most uplifting things that you can do if you can ever get to that point where you can truly be honest with yourself and tell yourself and understand when you're not doing what you should do, when you're not being a person of good character, when you're displaying qualities that you know are not the qualities that you should display. And when you can do that, then you can take the steps to fixing it. Then you can take the steps to saying, okay, I've called this out. I know I'm doing this and I know I shouldn't be doing it. So what do I do to fix it? Then you can move on to that next step. Then you can start walking down that path of becoming a person of good quality, good character, of making those, choices within your life where you're adding those good qualities and you're doing the things that you need to do. So self-reflection is one of the keys. But because I told you self-reflection is so hard, and self-reflection is something that doesn't come easily for many of us. The second thing is you have to surround yourself with people that you trust to speak truth into your life. And this, I think may even be more important than self-reflection, because those people that you let into your life, those people that you trust, those people that you love, that you allow to speak truth into your life, they will tell you about those blind spots that you don't see. They'll tell you about those things that you may not want to acknowledge yourself, but hey, yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right. That's exactly what I'm doing. And they can help you to fix that. They can help you to move down the right path to correct whatever it is, those qualities that you need to fix. But you have to develop that kind of relationship, and that takes time. I personally, of course, I have my wife, and she knows that she has complete freedom to speak truth and love into my life, and I love that. But we also have a group of friends that actually they're more like family, that we meet with regularly, and we speak truth into each other's lives, and we help each other walk through life. We help each other to overcome some of the obstacles that we know we're going to face, and it's life-changing. It is absolutely life-changing, and it will help you get to that point that you need to be at. It'll help you become that person, of good character. It'll help you to overcome some of those obstacles that you're facing. But you have to allow yourself to develop those relationships. You have to allow yourself, allow others to speak into your life, and for you not to get offended by it, because they're coming from a place of love. You've developed that relationship, and that when they're speaking to you, they're speaking to you as a brother or sister, with love. And those two things, when I look back on it, and a lot of reflection this past week, and when I look back on it, I look back on my life. Those are two of the biggest things that have helped me, to change my life and really to continue down a path that I know my life should be going on. And honestly, without the self-reflection and without having that core group of people that can speak truth into my life, I can easily go off the rails. I could easily go down the wrong path. So it's a continuous thing. It's a constant reminder that, we're all human, and we're going to fall and we're going to make mistakes. And so, being able to acknowledge that within yourself, and then also being able to have a group of people that are close enough to you that can speak that into your life is just tremendous. So I would encourage each of you, start with that self-reflection, looking inward, really being honest with yourself, and then also getting that group of people that can speak truth into your life from a place of love, and it'll make a tremendous difference in your life. You guys go out today, be people of good character, develop those qualities that you need to develop, enjoy this day that you've been blessed with, and put a smile on your face. Let's move forward. Love you guys. Look forward to talking to you again soon. God bless.